How long have you been going to camp and what ways have you attended?
I've been going to camp for 12 years. I've been a camper, a counselor, the nurse, and I'm also currently on the board of directors.
Since I was born for 8 years.
And in what ways have you attended?
I've been a camper and I've just been helping my mom and dad.
Well, the first time I got to go to Ross Point, I was 19 and I was asked to be a counselor at senior high camp. And then from that point on, I have been a counselor and on the board and a camper and a director, and I love it there.
I've been going to camp my whole life for 11 years, and ways I've attended probably are like Easter Sunday. I've been a camper, and when I was not allowed to be a camper yet, I would just help my parents out with anything.
I've been going to camp for 10 years and I've only been in camper.
Well, I have gone to the ladies' camps a lot of times, several times, but this has all been a long time ago.
Well, I think the first time I went was back in the late 90s when I took my boys to my first camp, and I've done many things after that. We did 2 years in a row, we did a church retreat, so I was involved in doing that. I've been a director, a counselor, ran several children's, the middle camps, and even a nurse one time. What about you?
I've been a camper for 12 years.
Okay, I've been going to camp for, let's say 27 or 28 years, and I have been involved as a camper, I've been involved as a director, as worship leader, and as a counselor.
I'm going to camp for 12 years, and I've been a camper, a counselor, and a co-director. And
I've been going to camp for 15 years, and then I've gone to director retreats, youth retreats, and summer camps.
I've been going to camp for 4 years and I've been a camper.
Let's see, the first year I went was I was in my early 20s, and I had a group of girls at church for Guild Girls. So that was the first time I got to go to camp. And we had a retreat, so I took the girls all out there. They were high school girls. And it was lots of fun, and so I've been going to retreats every chance I get now.
9 years as a camper.
I have been going to camp probably since I was born, so I'm not going to tell you how many years that is. I've been a camper, a counselor, a director, games person for camp. I've gone to women's retreats, been on the board of directors. I worked out at camp. I got married at camp.
I've been attending for 52 years. I started as a camper. I have counseled. I have directed. I have attended as an adult to women's retreats, and I have been on the board of directors.
I've been going to camp since I was 13. I have been a camper, counselor, worship leader, game leader, nurse, director, and I am on the board of directors.
Have you made any lifelong friendships at camp?
Yes, I have. Quite a few.
Like 2 or 3.
Yes, I have.
Yes, and I've also gotten to meet them again every year.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
I've definitely made lifelong friendships at camp. I still get together with them. It's fun. My kids are now friends with my camp friends as kids, and it's just pretty awesome to see.
I have, yes.
It will age me, but I'll say kumbaya.
Threw it out a second story window.
A little cabin in the woods, or else I call it the rabbit song.
The Moose, the Moose.
I think we used to.
I can't choose. So like
Pharaoh. Oh, that's kind of fun.
My favorite campfire song currently is the Banana Song.
Princess Rock.
Probably Come to the Water, which is a very old song. Jesus said, "Come to the water and stand by me. I know you are thirsty."
Rolling over the billows, rolling over the sea.
Okay.
What is the biggest impact camp has made on your life?
Well, I've made lifelong friendships. I got baptized at camp. Committed myself to God at camp. Lots of stuff.
Making friends and having God. Just worship Him the whole time.
I met a lot of friends that I'm gonna have for the rest of my life, and they helped me with a lot of things.
To me, the beauty of God's world is right there, and it just makes you feel blessed.
I was baptized and brought closer to God.
And you know, I did the same thing back in 1996. I was rebaptized and I did it in the river with my church family. And
It's given me the best friendships I've ever had. It's taught me how to build long-lasting relationships. I was baptized at camp and accepted Christ there.
Probably reconnecting with God.
Bringing me closer to God.
Well, it's church, and God is out there, and I've just thoroughly enjoyed every time I went out there.
Camp has always been really grounding for me through middle school and high school. It was just a place where I'd always kind of come back to God. When I was younger, that was where I invited Jesus into my heart. So it's, very spiritually grounding.
Being closer to nature.
I gave my life to Jesus there when I was 13 years old, down by the lagoon.
I think it helped build the foundation for my faith, and it just helped grow my faith and my friendships. But just diving more into the Bible and just building my relationship with Jesus.
Waffles. I don't have a favorite. I like it all.
Stromboli.
Waffles.
Ooh, I like all of it, but probably Stromboli.
that's very good.
My
The
favorite.
desserts.
Stromboli. No, that's not true. It's actually the cookies. It's the cookies.
I like the chicken sandwiches or the waffles.
Ooh, Stromboli.
All of it.
Oh, breakfast. Strawberry waffles.
The salad bar.
The orange chicken.
Molasses cookies.
Probably my first time at camp.
So I sat at the foot of a pine tree and just looked up, and I saw just how the pine tree reached to heaven. And I still have that memory of those pine trees reaching, it's like a direct line to God.
So I'm pretty sure it was just last year. I went on the vlog, and Ming was on the vlog, and he jumped so high, I almost fell off into the water.
Meeting one of my best friends and her baptizing me.
Oh. Mine was the year I was the nurse. It was a youth retreat. Both my boys were there as campers.
Favorite camp memory is going down to the waterfront to take the test, and my friend Nick and I were waiting, and so we decided that we were going to eat some little gnats that were flying around, so we caught them and ate them. That is my favorite memory.
My favorite camp memory was last summer at the Glow 4th of July party.
Oh, I think the retreats, because that's mostly what I've done. And meeting new people from other churches and seeing them every year is great.
I don't know, I always look back on camp games when I was a kid with fondness. We used to do fun relays that would take us all throughout the camp and capture the flag.
Dropping my kids off to camp and knowing the tradition was going to continue.
Probably being at camp with Connor and watching him grow in his faith and watching him worship and get those faith-based friendships and just carry on those friendships over the years.
favorite parts are like the outdoor things, like the ropes course, the climbing wall, adventure things, and also just like the fellowship with you guys. The opportunities to just like have the time with them outside playing games or whatever when it's done, because there's one that I just thought.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
Baptisms. The process of like bringing them to the place of Christ, and, like the baptisms and the places that like lead them into like a lifelong place of like being and keeping that place, like, right? To give them that chance to like give their lives to Jesus.
We've done camping for a long time, and about half that time has been at Ross Point, so it's just a real blessing to be called here more than 20 years ago. And when you look at the sanctuary that the camp is, the property, the facilities, the river, it's an amazing combination of things, and God seems to have and continues to bless the ministry of many people, not only those of us who work here, but volunteers, the board, and those who come to run our summer camp programs. And so it's just an amazing opportunity for a variety of things. And personally, I like a variety of things in a workday. So being able to do some of those things all the way from maintenance things to office work and administration to budgeting and finance, and then go do things like the ropes course or serve as a lifeguard now and then. It's just amazing to be able to do those variety of things. And we've been here long enough to see some people that we knew who came as junior hires who are now on the board and leading our camps, to see them grow in their faith, and that this is such an important place for them in their lives, and to be a part of that as they grow in the faith. It just makes Ross Point a great place, and it's a tremendous amount of fun, tremendous amount of relationships that develop for a lifetime. It's a great place for the community of Christ to grow.
Christ,